Subscribe right now and hit the bell. Then you won't miss a chapter. And give the show a like. Comment with any thoughts and questions, and I will be happy to chat with you. Thanks for helping out this independent author.
Everything. The sunlight twinkled through the green leaves of the fruit trees in the serene garden at the front of the house. A gentle ocean breeze slightly rustled through the branches and played with Josh's black hair. His eyes were closed and his face relaxed. His stomach expanded and contracted very slowly, maybe twice per minute. He was sitting on the soft green grass with his hands relaxed on his thighs. His legs were crossed and his spine was ramrod straight. It had been hours now with him like that, just quietly sitting there, and Rachel was getting worried and a little impatient. But to Joshua Macias, the time was relative. Josh had turned his mind away from the peaceful surroundings and even away from his own body. He had turned his awareness deeply inward, it seemed. Yet, from all that turning inward, his mind was now able to reach powerfully outward, out beyond his own body, beyond the beautiful garden, the house, and the fancy neighborhood. But his gorgeous white house was no longer immaculate. It was cracked and broken straight through the roof. His home was now badly damaged, as was, similarly, the other homes and buildings nearby. Yet, Joshua's mind ignored these details and kept reaching out into the whole world. He went through every wire and satellite, through every web server, computer, tablet, and phone. It was all open and available to him, and he was guided by and alongside Makur's gigantic and seemingly limitless being. They, both together, were now one. One within Joshua, and Joshua within Makur. Then, without warning, Joshua's eyes suddenly snapped open, and deep golden irises constricted in response to the bright sunlight that was shining on him. There was confidence as well as excitement in those bright, striking eyes that could now see with a new clarity and depth. Then, his mouth began to move slowly, and he spoke. "I know," he said in awe and wonder. Then he paused. His eyes were squinted slightly, and they opened wide in awe as the final word was drawn out slowly, as though he didn't quite believe it himself. Everything. End of Book 1. This book was narrated by the author, S.A. Vanderwerf. I, as a self-published author, greatly appreciate any way you may spread the word about this book. Writing an honest review is a simple and yet powerful way to help get this book out to others. Please take 1 minute to go wherever you got this book and do so now. Thank you. sa.vanderwerf.com. Vanderwerf is spelled V-A-N-D-E-R-W-A-R-F. sa.vanderwerf.com is the place for all things in my literary world. There you may contact me or be notified of future books and other special events by signing up for my email list. You can also follow me on Facebook at fb.me/savanderwerf. I'll hear from you soon. A word from the author. The Man Who Made Himself was an exciting book for me to write for many reasons, and it is, of course, the beginning of a larger overall story to subsequently come soon. First, I'm a huge fan of many genres of literature, and science fiction is toward the top of my list. Yet, I have a passion for theology, the study of God, as well, and specifically the Bible. With this work, I was most excited about blending these two loves a bit in an attempt that has been very much inspired by C.S. Lewis's masterful sci-fi works, the Space Trilogy. In addition, the mind-blowing depth of meaning and the interweaving stories that the Bible reveals is worthy of the respect of any storyteller. The Bible's stories all tie into one larger plotline with many fascinating and challenging twists along the way. One thing I really love about the Bible is the depth of each person that begins with a powerful meaning of their name. So, I emulated that in my story. Here is a list of my main characters' names and a brief explanation that will help to reveal why I chose each one. Joshua Macias. Joshua is a common transliteration of the Hebrew name Yeshua to English. The other more common transliteration is the great name Jesus. Macias is a Hebrew variation for the title Messiah, meaning Savior or Christ. Dr. Selden Makur. The name Selden is a nod to Isaac Asimov's prophet-like character, Harry Seldon, in his amazing sci-fi series Foundation. I simply took Makur from the word maker to hint at the scope of his godlike character. Rachel. This name came from the beloved and beautiful wife of Jacob, who was renamed Israel by God. I felt the name fit the positive and gracious personality I was going for. Dr. Diabolo. This is my variation of the Spanish name Diablo, meaning devil or Satan. Damien. This name can mean the son of the devil when it found its way into popular culture after the 1976 film The Omen. The Greek origin of the name means to tame or subdue. Another reason I was excited about this story was the actual science and real-world facts I wove within the storyline. So much so that, though the story is a work of fiction, every scientific and historical fact presented within the story is either true and has happened, or it is at least a common theory among scientists. Therefore, my imagination comes to life with this amazingly plausible technological future. Thank you for listening to my audiobook, and I hope you are excited about the sequel to come.
To receive the free ebook and my wallpaper cover image, go to sa.vanderwarf.com and sign up for the newsletter. Then, you can be notified for the release of the anticipated sequel to The Man Who Made Himself. Thanks, and enjoy.